Well, signing his first set of executive orders, Trump has declared that he vows to make America great again. Akansha is joining us live on the broadcast. Akansha, we are learning that Trump has reversed 78 policies from the Biden era, and he also has exited. He has also signed the executive orders to exit from the World Health Organization, and he has withdrawn US from the Paris Climate Agreement. First, let's talk about the World Health Organization.
Right. You have to understand that there's a method to his madness, Kaveri, because he seems to have issues with the World Health Organization ever since the COVID pandemic had spread, and he had, in fact, all kinds of theories to, in fact, blame the WHO because he always felt that the WHO was not doing enough and that they were colluding with China. And in fact, I remember that the WHO chief that time, Dr. Ghebreyesus, was also very, he was also consistently targeted by Donald Trump. So it's little surprise that Donald Trump has now signed all, those formalities that will ensure that there's a quick and easy breakaway for the United States from WHO. How easy is that going to be? We'll have to see. But the kind of signing of the orders, the way Donald Trump has issued pardons for the January 6th rioters, as you rightly highlighted, that he's also exited the climate agreement. He's also reversed the Joe Biden era Green Deal. So a host of sweeping measures that have now been sort of adopted through these executive orders that he signed. We'll have to see how America responds to this because remember, these executive orders can also be challenged in the court.
Akansha, if we talk about this Green New Deal that we're talking about with the US withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement, this action of Trump aligns with his 2017 decision and he counters the recent Biden administration's pledge to reduce US emissions by 2035. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. I think, Kaveri, what's important is that the Paris Agreement has been very significant for the entire globe, especially the first world countries as well. And now this is going to trigger a cascade of real world impact, signaling the beginning of a very aggressive agenda that Donald Trump is hoping to undo through the climate policy that was brought in. And as you rightly highlighted, this also echoes his previous sentiment. He had also exited the Paris Agreement back then. But it's also going to instantly isolate the United States from a global campaign that the world is heralding to stem catastrophic warnings. Now, we've always seen that Trump has had this disdain for the world's climate efforts. And this could bite deeper by taking effect more quickly. And this time around, since he signed several executive orders, and he's clearly one of the first priorities was to exit the Paris Agreement. And at a time when the new president has more far right allies overseas and at home. So, we'll have to see what happens to the Paris Climate Agreement now overall, because as we rightly highlighted, this time around we've seen this wave of right-wing leaders, and as far as this entire climate agreement policy is concerned, we'll have to see how long it lasts. It also marks the launch of an aggressive agenda that's now driven by an emboldened president, and he's not afraid to invite confrontation over scientific underpinnings of the climate change, Kaveri.
Akansha, right, not just the climate initiatives, he has also come down heavily on the LGBTQ protections. In one of the comments, he has said that there are only two recognized genders, that is male and female. What do you think this is going to mean for the American generation now?
Right. So, I think yesterday also during the entire discussion when I was talking to strategists and political strategists, they say that, this now the Donald Trump has recognized only two genders, male and female. That is going to be deeply problematic. He's also accused the government of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. And he said that, he is going to put an end to it. He said that United States will adopt an official policy which will now recognize only two genders. So remember, all of those, as far as you rightly highlighted, the LGBTQ are concerned, the ones who do not recognize themselves with the male or the female gender, they're going to have a very difficult time. It's been made very amply clear by the US president that he does not acknowledge all of those people who do not, who are not able to relate to either of the sexes. And it's being looked at as a very divisive move. But at the same time, we know his conservative and parochial views as far as religion is concerned. This time around, compared to his previous presidency, we've seen how Donald Trump has been alluding to Christianity, to God, to the presence of God. And it's just one of those very narrow parochial views that he's now endorsing. I do believe that it has its own sort of roots in those deeply conservative Christian beliefs he's been endorsing. So we'll have to see how this impacts the LGBTQ community in the United States. The critics have been extremely shocked that this is just another one of those ways through which Donald Trump is now, in fact, dividing the entire society, Kaveri.
Right, Akansha, as you rightly said, US is going through a major change now with all of these changes and the decisions that Trump has taken. Either they're going to be deeply problematic or a very massive change for America. Viewers, we're now slipping into a very short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.